Agentvault is a valuable tool designed to assist coders of all skill levels in improving their workflow and security practices. The key problems Agentvault addresses include inefficient workflows, fragmented storage of code snippets, and insecure key management. Agentvault offers a secure clipboard and library solution. This optimizes your workflow by providing instant access to snippets and enhances security by eliminating vulnerable information in insecure notepads. You can start with the free use version, which allows for up to 20 text snippets and 5 secrets. Upgrading provides unlimited capacity and agentic access to the vault. Let's now walk through how to use Agentvault and its features.
When you open your Agentvault extension, it opens up in a persistent side panel like this. It doesn't occupy much screen space, and it's convenient so that while you're coding, you have your library and your secrets handy. I'm going to step you through all of this. I am going to widen this just a little bit for the purposes of this demonstration. It's designed to have the top tray and the bottom tray. So the top tray is where you have your library, where you would typically add your skills and snippets and such, and your secrets, which is the vault. I'm going to unlock the vault, and now you can see your vault. It will now remain open until I lock it. The vault is a secure area, so everything is displayed hashed, and I've added a few keys in here. You can add anything here that you really want to have store hashed, and it's retrieved in its proper format as is normal practice. Simply, you can click on add, and then you have the option to add any type, so SSH keys, URLs, MCPs, etc., or other. So whatever you want to add, you give it a name, and then so let's call this an SSH key, and it'll be and saved. So now it is saved, and it gets a little tag so that when you sort by type, you will be able to see what you want relatively easily. So the idea is that you can manually just copy whatever you've stored here and then go across into a coding agent and paste that into the coding agent and tell it to do whatever your instructions are to do with that key. So add it to a .env file, etc. The setup is obviously a once-off thing, so that button shows you on the website the manual instructions as well as what happens when you do it via AI. In the help section at the bottom here, you can see here that you can read the instructions. It's pretty simple. It's effectively just a one sentence that you paste into your local AI agent. You just say set up Agentvault, get the information here. It'll go to the website, it'll pick up the skill, and it'll come back and install it. I've installed it multiple times into all of the agents that I use, so I'll edit in a snippet from a previous recording that I will show you how to do that, but it's pretty simple. As promised, it's pretty simple. This is how I did it in Codex. It's a one line that you get from your help modal. You paste that into chat, and the agent will figure out all the dependencies, what it needs to do. It basically installs a little MCP bridge, and then once it's completed, you get a success message, and now that little MCP server is running for you, and you can give agentic access. Once you've set it up, it'll be always on. You can start and stop it, of course, if you want. Again, the instructions are in the help. And once you've done that, you can then give the agent access. So when you have your coding app open, so whatever IDE you use, you can have that, and you can now give it instructions to use. Please use that ID. You'll see when you click on agent, it comes up with the actual temporary token, and it comes up just to make it convenient for you for the extension ID, which is obviously you can find elsewhere as well, but just to keep it in one place. So you can copy those two values, then go to your agent and give it the value and say, okay, that's my extension ID and the token, and paste the token and say write to .env after retrieving. Once you hit that, then the agent will have access to your vault, and it has access for 15 minutes by default, but if you're going to use the vault multiple times in a session, you can actually increase that to however long you want, up to 2 hours. Agents are given access only when needed for a limited period of time. The setup happens only once, and once you've set it up, you can give the agent access at any time, and anytime you find something, say an MCP server that you would like to use, then you can just come and add and name, tag, paste, and save. And nobody has access to that until you give access either yourself or via unlocking the password, or you give agentic access. The second part of the library is your skills or text section. So I use it for saving JSON snippets and instructions that I can't remember. For instance, I installed Graphify here, and to use those instructions, I've pasted them here so that every time I install Graphify into a particular repo, then I just come here, copy and paste the instructions and go across. Then I've got something called ops, and then I have skills. Here's a couple of examples here that I've added. You can obviously name these elements, whatever you want. So if I wanted to create a category called, say, JSON snippets, or you want to maybe give a particular repo name and you want to save the things that you use relative to that repository, you can call it that. So now we have a category called repo. You can obviously rename the skills as well. And then when you want to retrieve, say, for instance, the skill, you can come and copy it to clipboard, and it copies. You can go to your agent and insert the skill and save the skill. Obviously, if you're going in and setting it up permanently and you want to add it via config and setup, depending on the platform that you use, you can obviously do that and paste it in there and save it, and it'll be there permanently. I don't know about you, but I toggle between Claude and Codex and anti-gravity and what have you to do different things, and so it's a bit tedious to port the skills between those things, and I'm constantly toggling. That's using the skills library or any text, as I said. So skills is a big part of it, but any type of text. You're only limited by what Chrome allows you in terms of quantities, in terms of file size, but we only accept text. If you wanted to add anything to this skill, so we've given you 3 options. You can upload a markdown file or a text file, you can paste it, or you can just simply paste the GitHub URL if you are trying to import a skill from GitHub. So there you go. So, there's a skill that I previously added. So if I now try and add this skill to my library, I should get an error message that says it's already important, so we detect duplicates. But if you wanted to get a new skill, then paste, add to library, and it'll appear. So you get to give it a name, category, etc., etc. So you can come back and change whatever you want from here. So if you wanted to call the skill something else, you can do that. It's pretty simple. Help is there, add is there, and you access your library or your secrets depending on what you want to do. So if you want to lock, now the vault is locked. One final warning: we do not send passwords or reset links or anything via the internet or email. We don't provide any access to the cloud in any way, shape or form. So if you forgot your password, then click on that and you'll be able to delete your vault and start again. Obviously, it's not the end of the world if you have to start again, but it's just tedious to find all the secrets and the things that you've saved. Best to keep that password somewhere safe.